Let's go outside. The snow is falling.
Alright, so first I started with going to Home Depot and getting them to cut me a 5-foot by 11-inch board, getting all my materials, and heading home to get started.
We're holding hands to keep each other warm.
Alright dudes, I'm going to try not to spend too much time talking and stuff, but welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to make a front porch sign for Christmas time, and I recently took this outside and stained it. I think this is like barrel color from Home Depot. It turned out pretty good. I'm going to put a frame around it after we get done, but then I'm going to show you guys the design that I made on my Cricut design that I found. I just googled a image that I might like for like let it snow for Christmas time, and I found something, put it together on my Cricut. I'm going to show you guys the design that I made.
All right, so we're going for like a blue type of Christmas theme outside, I think. And so I was like, well, I want to do something that says like let it snow. I found a design online that I liked and just put it together on here. And yeah, the O is going to be like a little snowman. Now I just got this off of the Cricut Space Design. I pay like a $10 fee or something, and I'm able to get their templates, their designs, and things that they offer. So I just chose that one and thought it was really cute. And so yeah, and I went ahead and just put in the measurements of my board that I'm actually doing. So that way it is the exact sizes that I need whenever they do print out of my Cricut there now. So I'm gonna have to obviously like break it into pieces and stuff because it's not going to make the whole thing. My Cricut can only make like cuts at a time. My board's only like that long. That's the longest like stencil that I can make with it. So I will show you guys my steps of what I do and printing this out. I need to just hook this up to my computer or do like Bluetooth setting, and then you click make it. Okay, we're gonna be using a match. All right, let's see. All right, and so it's already got all of the pieces separated that I will be using and all that jazz. So I'm just gonna go to each thing and print each thing out separately. So yeah, that's the next steps. And then we will go to our board and start adding that and what we're gonna paint and the things that we'll use for just vinyl stick on as well. So I'll show you guys that next.
All right, excuse all the Christmas decorations on the counter. I'm just getting ready to have all that out so we can decorate right after Thanksgiving. All right, so you guys saw the design that I made, and I am just printing it out now. So I went ahead and I'm going to do the snowflakes and let it in like outdoor vinyl because it's easier to do that than it is to paint it on, because painting it on sometimes the paint will go underneath the stencil and you gotta scrape it. It's just less work and it lasts long. It looks really good, so that's what I'm gonna do on that one. So we're gonna print that up first so that way we can at least start at the top of our board, and then I will show you my board as well. So okay, so now we're back and I've got this stuff printed out. It kind of fudged up right here, some little wrinkles, so we'll see how it turns out once I pull it off and start separating these to add to our board here, our wood.
Alright, so now the process is just getting everything printed out. The part that I hate most is the weeding part. So weeding out so that way you can make your stencil. The biggest pain in the butt was the stencil for the snowflakes and all, because they were stick-ons and they did not want to peel off there very easy, but we got it done. So it's just repeat this process until you get it all weeded out, and then you're ready to stick to your board. And to see, I did the let it in permanent vinyl instead, because the skinnier or smaller the words are, the harder it is to not mess up on them when it comes to the paint and all. So yeah, I went ahead and did the snowflakes and the let it, and we're just going to stick that on and transfer it, put it on transfer tape and stick it onto the board, and then everything else we're going to paint. Now that we've got the tedious part mostly done, we're going to set up our stencil the way that we want to put it on our board, and then we're going to need to tape
all of the stencil down, so that way whenever we peel it up to put it on the board, all the pieces and the eyes and the O's and all the little pieces will stay. You'll see, I'll show you. Alright, so here's the taping process. Like I said, if you don't do this, good luck getting your stencil off that white piece of paper perfectly like you need it on your board. So this is a technique that I was taught at a workshop that I went to, and it is so much more helpful than you can possibly imagine, because you can't just peel it off. Little pieces will get stuck, and the whole thing needs to come off. So I just wanted to show you guys, and this is the part that I'm doing for the letters. I'd put it on transfer tape. That way I can just stick it on there and pat it down really good, and it'll stay on there, and it's perfect, and I don't have to scrape anything off, and that's why I like the permanent vinyl for the smaller words. But yeah, looking so good so far. Since we're starting at the beginning of the board, I'm just going to go ahead and put my permanent vinyl down, and then start little by little with my vinyl, sticking that on, so then we can put our all-purpose adhesive on there, sealer, and then paint on whatever color we want to use, so that way it stays fresh, crisp, nice, beautiful, and yeah, professional. So, and see right here, if I didn't put that tape on, see all those little pieces for his face and his eyes and his mittens and all that stuff, it just makes peeling it off and putting it on your canvas so much easier. In this case, my favorite color is teal. I just love it so much. So I just mixed together some blues and greens until I got the consistency that I wanted for that part. Now I'm going to use my little tool to push everything down, and then put that adhesive over it until it dries, and then we'll paint on the color that we want to do. Like I said, I learned this at a workshop, and if I don't do this adhesive, it just jacks up my whole thing. So this is very helpful with getting the paint to stay and not run through the stencil and all. So yep, now we're going on to our teal color, which I just love, especially during Christmas. Let it snow. Oh gosh, it's so pretty. And so yeah, we're doing that process, and then I usually do 2 coats on each thing, so that way it's really nice and bright and thick, and it doesn't wear off within like a year or two, you know. Yeah, once you get it all dry, you just peel, do any of your perfections. I usually just scrape off any paint that did go underneath the stencil at all, and in this case I added white glitter for our snowman, and in person it just makes it pop. I wish you guys could really see how pretty the snowman is in person, but I love it. So far so good. It's turning out amazing, and wasn't very difficult to make as far as figuring out the design on Cricut Space Design. It's just mainly, it takes me a while to do it all. So this one side took me probably 3 hours to do. Hopefully it don't take you that long because I'm paralyzed, but it was still fun. It was very therapeutic and wonderful. So now that we've got all of our stuff painted, just adding the rest of our snowflakes so that way we can get it done. Now onto the hard part, at least for me. Cutting the border was kind of difficult, so I got Justin to help me with it. But I pretty much just stained it with the exact same color as I did on the board. I'm doing the other side now, since I decided after I made the first side that I wanted to do this reversible. So now we're just going to get started on design number 2, and all while we wait for our stain and our border to dry. Alright, on this side we're wanting to do more of like a Christian vibe, since Jesus is the reason for the season, y'all. So I found a stencil on Etsy for like $1.99 or something like that. That is a nativity scene, which I thought was really beautiful. And then I just chose a font that I liked for the Merry Christmas, and some little, oh gosh, I don't even know what those, like poinsettia leaves with berries on them on Cricut Space Design underneath their templates and all that they have, because like I said, I pay like a $10 a month membership and I get all of their stuff they offer. So now we're just working on getting all of this put down so that way I can paint everything on, because on this board we're not going to use any permanent vinyl. We're going to just paint it all on because it's going to be a little bit easier to do that. So we're doing the same process as I did before with the all-purpose sealer, getting that part going, and now trying to figure out setting up our words so that way they are level with each other and they don't look crooked or funky, since the vinyl is split like that, having to make sure that it lines up with each other. But so far, so good. See, these little berries and all here were super duper fun to make. And I'm going to put some glitter on them as well, so that way it gives it a little bit more of a shine. This was much easier to me to make than the other side for some reason. The border is the biggest pain, honestly. And so I'm just putting a little more white glitter, so that way the stars will sparkle, because I love sparkly. Glitter is my favorite color, y'all. So yeah, just getting all this set up, getting it all painted on. I figured with Merry Christmas, green and red are really beautiful colors, so why not do those for the letterings on our board. And once we get all of that done, I will show you guys how we do the border.
And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas.
And like I said, everything's better with glitter. I mean, come on now.
Chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the January. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Guys, I've been working on this for like 3 or 4 hours, forever and ever, but I'm finally done. I hate how light it still is, though. I hope that you can see it more from the door. But I tried to put glitter on it so it'd be a little bit more sparkly. But Justin wanted a Christian type of like one with a nativity scene and stuff on it, and then I did double-sided. So this board took me probably 6 or 7 hours to do, and I haven't even finished it because I'm going to do a border on it. But I did double-sided, and yeah, it took me forever. I made the designs myself on Cricut, and then painted these bad boys on. So yeah, that looks so beautiful, and I'll show you the other side. And this is the other side. Isn't it so friggity frat cute? I mean, like, and I did like white glitter for the snowman. You can't see it as much outside, but it's so freaking cute. I'm in love with this thing.
All right, 150 hours later, we're finally ready to do our border, which made me want to kill a whole bunch of people because the nails just keep going through the daggone board. So I got Justin to help me with one other part, but I got most of it done on my own. And then we're going to go inside and personalize it a little bit more, and it'll be a beaut.
So to finish it up, I am giving it like a snowy type of like border on the outside for the border to make it a little bit different than the actual background of the wood. So AR Workshop taught us this. I put some white paint on just a piece of wood and kind of just scrape over it, and it leaves like this white, you know, snowy type of outside residue. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to do it on both sides, so I'll show you the end result. This is what it looks like outside. And like, see the white stuff I did around the frame? That's how we did on the home turf one. See all the white around it? Yeah, we did that. So I did that. I only did it on the Merry Christmas side. The Let It Snow side, I just left it plain. So I'll show you guys that now. So it's so exciting to see them outside. I love it. But I'm gonna have to put some more glitter on my snowman because it's not as shiny as I'd like it, as it was before. But I've had to move it a lot, so all the glitter is like on my wheelchair. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and polyurethane this so that way the letters and snowflakes don't come off. But yeah, dude, it's my favorite board I've made so far. I love seeing it outside.
I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag? I got racks in my sack or in my bag. Merry Christmas, everybody.